have learned, and great that you practiced. I
Yes.
want you to practice a lot more programs as we
Okay.
go along in this course. Okay,
Okay. I
fine.
will do it for the different. I will try to give the example. I will try to in that.
Yes, absolutely. Because the more you'll practice, the more confident you will
Yep.
feel.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay, so then we have seen variables, we have seen constants, we have seen printing, we have seen comments, we have seen printing statements, we have seen if else,
Boolean.
we have seen a conditional operator, we have seen data types was
Yeah.
before only, data types, and what else? Anything? We have seen string
Yes.
interpolation
Interpolation.
and type annotation. What is type annotation?
Type annotation like the int for the given the name number of the int.
So type annotation. So
In
again,
the var max like the
yeah.
value of the range 1 minus 128 to minus 127 like the
Uh,
initial
no.
initial.
Okay, so that you what you're saying is correct, but the type annotation feature basically is to explicitly mention the data type of a variable or a constant. So when you are
Okay.
creating var name equal to string, this is fine. But if I explicitly, okay, sorry, equal to, let's say, which is fine. So this is fine. If we explicitly mention that name is a string, this is string interpolation. Okay.
Okay.
When you are
In the name
explicitly
giving
mentioning,
the
when you are
okay.
explicitly mentioning the type.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a type annotation. Okay. Okay, fine.
Okay.
So I will give you one a more example of that print statement so that you understand how we can print some text along with some value. Okay. So let's
Okay.
say I have a constant name equal to or even better, number of viewers equal to, let's say, let number of viewers, let's say 55,000. Okay, so if you see matches online, it will actually somewhere in the top right corner it will tell how many people are live.
Okay.
Correct.
Number
So
of
it
viewers. Yes.
number of viewers currently watching. Okay.
Okay.
So uh, i- so it prints something like this. Print. So how does it print? It basically prints like this. If first it will say live colon, and then it will give the value, whatever is that value. Okay.
Okay.
So I want to print like this. So what I will say, I will first inside brackets I will say whatever text I want to print, display. Okay.
Okay.
And then I will put the value what I like to display. So the value is number of viewers, right? So what I will do inside this double quotes only, I will use this. Okay.
Hmm.
And then I will put the variable name.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
This is called string interpolation. This is very clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can practice string interpolation a bit.
Okay.
Tomorrow I will ask you a different, more complex thing to do with string interpolation. Okay,
Okay.
fine.
In the print inside, if you give using the colon for that interpolation, will you give to the string? Otherwise, we are not using. We can give the directly print inside the name, whatever it is, right? Without string
You are absolutely right. So in that case, it will be like this: print and then directly number of list.
number. Okay.
Nothing
Then
else is there.
both will be it will give the output, right?
Correct. Let's run it and let's see. So what are
Yesterday
you?
I run it, but something getting the messages, getting errors. After that, I given a string. We only given the number with using the string. I'm not given the any colon in that printing.
Okay. Then that worked, right?
And no, sir, that is getting error in
Okay.
that.
So let's see. I think there might be some syntax issue. We'll see. It is running. So especially the basics is extremely important
Yeah.
for you to practice all of these concepts. Like when you are working on your first project and all, I don't want you to. Oh, this is not required. So I don't want you to struggle on really basic things. Okay, so your basic things should be very clear.
Okay.
Okay, it is. I think still.
Okay.
Okay, so f- this is printing with live,
Okay. Yeah.
and this printing directly the value.
Value. Okay.
Okay, okay. What will happen if I will do this? What will happen now?
No,
What will
only
be?
number of the users will be become. We will not get the values.
Absolutely right. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, so we have this also done. I can remove this, right? I can delete
Yep.
it, or you want me to keep it?
No, sir. It is no issues.
Oh, okay. Uh, Now, arrays and dictionaries, again something very important, and
Yeah.
especially arrays, because arrays you will definitely use in any application, mostly even dictionaries as well. So for arrays, you really need to understand the concepts. Okay, so basically it is a stack. How do you add a value, how do you remove a value, all of that you will extensively do in any application. Okay,
Okay.
every data that you will store, no, mostly it is
Yeah.
going to be arrays.
Yeah.
Okay, mostly most cases. So let's create a variable called array. So let's say I will have my array called vowels. How do I create an array? So let's say I need a. Now
Yeah.
how do I uh, set ae? Now I'll put inside the bracket, square bracket.
Brackets. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
A
Yes. Bracket.
E I O U,
Yeah.
um, and then okay, let I can just print vowels. What will print?
Mm, Ovals will be print in that.
All the vowels will be printing.
Okay.
Okay, now I want only a. How can I print?
Okay. We'll give the print
Hmm.
uh, ovals in colon.
Okay,
We'll give a
a, yeah?
ovals colon equals slash ovals will give.
Okay, okay, I got it what you're saying. So basically you are saying this.
Yes, colon and
This, huh?
yes.
Okay, but I don't want vowels here. I just want to print the first vowel, nothing.
Okay.
I just want to print the first vowel. A. What is the first vowel in this array? A.
A.
I want to print A. How can I print A?
A. You
So,
can just give the A also, but will not. That is yeah.
yeah, but the first element can be anything, no? So
Yes. Yes.
what I will do, I will try to access the vowels array elements. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Axis.
so how will I access an array element? I will say vowels and then square brackets, and inside this I'll use an index of A. Index of the first
Index of
element.
A. Okay.
Now, can
Okay.
you tell me what is the index of A?
Index of A. I'm not.
Index of A. So in an array, every element has an index. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
The indexing of an array starts with 0.
Zero.
Okay. So
Yes.
the
Starting to zero. Yeah.
0, right? So this
Yeah.
index is 0, then one,
Zero.
2, 3,
Two,
4.
three, four. Yes.
Okay. So if I have to print E, what I will
Yes.
do?
Print E. You can do one. It will be E.
Absolutely.
Yeah. One.
Correct. So I'll use,
Yes.
let's run this and let's verify. E is getting printed,
E. Yes.
which is correct.
Yes. Yes. Correct.
Okay. Now, just for the first element, just for the first element, I can say 0, okay,
Yeah.
or I can also say dot and then first
So
and first.
first. Okay.
Okay, let's run this. Printing a
Option. Yes.
optional concepts we will cover uh, maybe mostly in the next session. So you can
Okay.
ignore the optional thing, but it is printing a, right?
Okay.
So it is correct.
Yeah.
We I think we also have last. So if you have to print last, you can also use
You.
last.
Okay.
Okay. So we have first, we have last, we have indexing. So we have something like this where you can just print whatever. Okay. Now, what if want to print 6? What will happen?
In 6. No, so it will not print. I think we don't have we are not given the arrays, right? Only give the vowels 5.
Yes. So what will happen?
Uh, the 0 only. It vowels only will have print in that.
Okay, so it will crash.
Yes.
Application will
It will get
crash.
a error inside.
And then application will crash.
Big crash. Yes.
See, it crashed. Fatal error.
Yeah,
Okay,
filter
index out of
error.
range. So it is very important that whenever you are accessing an element, there are a couple of things. Okay, so first, whenever you are accessing an element, you need to make sure that the array is not empty.
Yes.
Okay, how can I check whether array is empty or not? There are a couple of ways, but with the updated versions of Swift, Apple has added one more API called is empty. Okay, so you
Okay.
can say if vowels dot and then is empty. Okay, this one.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this basically checks whether vowels is empty or not. Okay, and
Okay.
then I will try to access an array element. Let's say vowels, and then now I know that it is not empty, so I can say first, and then it will print first. This is just to make sure that my array is not empty before accessing.
Okay.
Okay, and then how can I know that whether my second element is there or not before? So let's say my other use case was this, right? Print print vowels 6. So this concept will cover when we will understand about optionals.
Okay.
Okay, how we'll handle this. So even for this you need to make sure that you are not accessing any element which is outside of this range.
Okay.
Okay, so that will cover in optionals. So in optionals it will give you nil and you can handle accordingly. Okay,
Okay.
fine. I can I remove all this or do you want me to go to the next line?
Yeah, you can. Next.
Okay, fine. Okay, so we have okay. Now how can I add an element? So let's say tomorrow someone tells that I would like to have, after a lot of research they say that no, there are not 5, there are 6 elements, right?
Yes.
So how can I add one more element in my vowels? So I can just say vowels dot and there is an append.
Appended. Yeah.
Okay, so append and then I can just add new element. How can I add a new element? New element, okay. What is the data type of the new element? It is string, right? Because
String.
vowels is all of the. So what is
String
the
will.
data type of vowels?
String will be in there. We are declaring that
Yeah, but what is
element.
the data type of? If I will ask you, Sneha, what is the data type of vowels? What will you tell?
Yeah, A, E, I will be give the
No,
data
no,
types.
those are values. Those are not
Oh,
data type. Those are the
mm,
values. What is the data
yes.
type of vowels?
Uh,
So we have seen data types, no, string, integer, boolean,
yes.
correct? So what is the data type of vowels? It is an array of string.
Yes. Yeah, array of string. Yes, we are giving this square bracket in that inside a string. Yes.
Inside all strings are there. So vowels is
Yes.
an array of string, right?
String. Yeah.
So what if I have to add a new value? What data type it has to be? It has to be a string,
String.
right? So I will
Yes.
say, let's say y is a vowel. So I can add y. Got it?
Yeah. Okay.
So I can use append to add. Now, so what you can do is you can go to vowels and then you can click on dot and then you can see all of these APIs that array has. Okay, so see, if you see, append is there, and then first is empty, last, capacity, count. So count, what will count do? Tell me.
Uh, the it's count the OS values.
So what if I print vowels.count? What it will print?
Vowels.
What will it print?
The count will be 5. The vowels count 5.
Absolutely. So this will actually tell you that the value 5. Okay, I need to comment
We are giving
this. Yeah.
this.
This is absolutely correct. It will print 5 because 5 is
5.
the, okay, why it is 6? Okay, why it
We
is
have
6?
taken one appended for 5.
Yeah,
Yes,
so I
yes.
added, no? So why? So now it is
Yes.
6. Okay. Okay, so it will give you 6. Now,
6.
just one thing before we proceed. If I have to use 7, okay, so the earlier case that we discussed, no, apart from options, there is one more way of handling using count. So I can say that if okay, is okay for vowel in vowels. Okay, so what this will do, this will print one by one the vowels.
Okay,
Okay,
for
but if, let's say, if I would like to get a range, okay, let's do one thing. Let's leave the vowels thing. Let's leave the for loop and all, because we have not covered for, so that will add confusions. Okay, we
okay.
have till now we have only covered if else, so let's not go to for right now. Fine, we'll
Okay.
cover this. Okay, so then this is also fine. Now same like arrays, we have also something like dictionaries. What is a dictionary?
Yeah, array we declare in the dictionary in that field.
So what is a dictionary? What is the difference between array and dictionary?
Like array will declare the string and the values in that. Dictionary will be in the square bracket will be declare the values ID or username in that will get it.
So why we need dictionaries? Why can't we just use arrays?
Uh, Inside the array will be declared the dictionaries in that purpose for the name or ID will be using on that values with the data type value.
But what is the use? I mean, why do we need dictionary? Why can't we just use arrays only? Why do we even need dictionaries, right? So you will you need to have that understanding on why a particular thing is there, and what are the use cases. Why do we need arrays? Why do we need dictionaries? In what scenarios you will use arrays? In what scenarios you will dictionaries? Like that. Okay, so arrays is basically just to store a bunch of data together,
Yes.
so of the same data type. So let's say my vowels is storing some
Sorry.
data together, right?
Right. Yes.
Dictionaries will store key value pair.
Yes. Key value pair.
Okay, so whenever I would like to have a mapping of the data, I will use dictionaries, and I'll explain you now. So let's say var capital. Again, what you were saying was correct. We will use the same syntax, but this time in a key value pair fashion. So let's say in, it will be India. Okay, then US, United States, UK, United Kingdom. Fine.
Okay.
What am I doing here? Can you explain me this line of code?
The key of the value we are giving.
Yes, so we are giving key value pair.
Key
So,
pair.
okay, what is key and what is value here?
Key is IN, value is the India.
Absolutely. Key is IN and the value is India. Fine, very good. Now, how do I access? So similarly, in these kind of places where I need to map data, I will use dictionaries. Okay. So here I'm mapping, no, I'm saying that IN means India, US means United States. So
Yeah.
because of mapping, I'm using dictionary here. I cannot use array here, right?
Yes.
Okay, now how can I access United States? Okay, then just like vowels, we're using capitals. And then how do I print United States? In arrays, the while accessing arrays, we were using index, correct?
Okay.
Correct, we are using index 0, 1, 2. Correct, see, we are using, no,
Yes.
index.
Yeah. Print.
Print vowels, and then we are saying, no, 0, 1, 2, right? So we were accessing array elements using their index.
Index.
How can we access dictionary elements? Using their,
Index.
no, not index, using their
Uh,
keys. Keys.
Cues.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, keys. So this is the key and this is the value, no?
No, yes, yes. Key. Index the keys. Yeah.
Keys.
Index
So
keys value.
yeah, so if I have to access United States, I can pass in the key,
Use the key. Yes, sir.
just like this. Okay, so
Okay. Yeah.
I was passing 0 or 1 in case of array. Now I am passing a key. Let's run,
Yes.
and what it will print?
Print capital US United States.
United States.
United
Okay, it is printing the value.
value. Yes.
Got it? No, it is not printing US. It is printing the value of US, which is United States. Is it very clear? Absolutely clear? 100%?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, now we have arrays, we have dictionaries. You will use arrays and dictionaries a lot. Then let's understand functions. I'm sure that you have worked a lot on functions. Let's see that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I can delete all this, or do you want me to keep it?
Mm, no, you can delete it. I will make it after that in the record. I will write it down.
Okay,
Like
fine.
this.
Functions. Okay. Now for functions, what is a function?
Inside the given the functions, you declare the methods on that.
What
Will
is the
be
use of function?
like will functions will declare the values on the methods or the like in the functions.
But what is the need of function? So you are saying that how we write a function, but
You
I'm
can
asking why do we need function? Why can't we just go without functions? Why do we need a concept like functions?
that how we find out the way where we have the function that purpose will be using the function.
Okay, so so basically what happens is functions basically is nothing but a block of code which performs a certain task. Okay, now let's say I want to do some calculation. Okay, for example, a very simple calculator, a simple interest calculator. Okay, so if I say that Sneha, can you do one thing? Can you take my principal, interest, and time, and can you calculate simple interest and return and let me know? Okay, so what will you do? You will take your principal, interest, time, and then you will calculate, divide by 100, and you will return. Now let's say someone else come and they'll say, can you do it for me also? Then again you will perform the same task again, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to do the same things again and again. So what I will do, I'll create a function for this particular task, so
Okay.
that whoever comes can use my function. I will explain how exactly all of that work. But the
Okay.
main purpose of using functions is to create those functionalities as a block of code that anyone can use and call repeat multiple times.
Repeat
Okay,
the okay.
fine. So like, let me explain what we just discussed. So in this case, what I will do, I'll create a function. Can I create a function here?
Yes.
No. Why? Why I can't create a function here?
We the
Because
break.
because because I'm already inside a function.
Yes, inside the function is
Okay,
yeah.
so I'll go
The
outside
break
function.
display
Yeah.
outside.
Are you thinking that I came to learn and this guy is asking me only?
I'm not getting sir.
Are you thinking like I came to learn iOS and this guy is asking me only? What is this? What is this?
Yeah, no, sir, not like that.
Okay. So function. Okay. So how do we create a function? We'll say func, the keyword to create a function, and then let's say calculate simple interest. Okay,
Yes.
and then the bracket. Fine, and then this. Fine. So what
Yes.
is this? A keyword func, then a name of my function, and then
Function.
some whatever the code I can enter here. Okay. So
Yes.
okay. So I have some principal interest and time. Okay. Before this, okay. So this basically I will need some parameters and all. So this is going to be an advanced function. So first let's understand a very basic function. So function greet. Okay. I can just say print hello hello. Okay.
Okay.
Now, okay, we will come to this. Okay, but before this, let's understand basic functions. So we have a greet, we have print hello. Now, if I have to print hello, I can just call greet. Okay,
Great.
so
Yes.
where can I call greet? I have to call greet. How can I? Where can I call greet?
Mm,
I will have to call greet inside my view did load function. Okay, not necessarily in view did load,
yes.
currently
Yeah.
in view did
Yes.
load, because
Yes.
view did load will
You did
anyway
not.
be called. So this line will anyway be executed. Okay, this
Yes.
can be anywhere where you would like to execute a function. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes.
let's say greet.
Great.
I can just call greet. Let's run this, and what it will do? It will print hello.
The hello. Yes.
Fine. Now,
Great.
what if I
Yes.
want to ask you to do it three times? So I don't have to print again. I can just say greet. Correct?
Yes.
And it will print three times. So now I don't have to keep writing these lines of code, no?
Yes.
Right? I can just call greet whenever I want to print hello. Correct?
Yes.
So this is why we need functions. If without functions, I will have to keep writing print hello, print hello, print hello.
Yes.
And what if there were a lot of other lines also? What if there were some five lines of code which I want to do it again and again? You will have to keep writing those five lines of code again, no? So instead you
Yes.
can just put it in the function and just call it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now this is fine. So now you understood why do we need functions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what I will say, greet hello is okay, but what I want you that you ask what is the name of the person, and then print hello with the name of the person. Okay, so I can accept parameters in functions. So I will say greet, and then I will ask for a name. So I will say name is is basically the name of the variable, colon, and then a data type. What will be the data type of name? Data type of name. What is your name?
Great, and will become
No, what is your name?
Sneha.
What is the data type? If you have to store Sneha, what will be the data type? Can I store Sneha as in an
No,
integer?
no, string will come.
String, right? So what is the data type of name?
String.
String. Fine, got it?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Now what I will say, instead of hello, I want to print hello and then the name.
Yes.
Okay. Now here, when you will call greet, it will ask you the name.
Great name string.
Okay. So now I can give first. I'll give
Sneha.
Sneha. What is your husband's name?
Basuraj.
Okay. Is this correct spelling?
Basuraj.
Okay. I'm sorry. What is the spelling? Let's learn.
B
B.
A B A S A V
Say V A.
A V A R A J. Basuraj.
Okay. Fine. Perfect. Got it. Fine.
Yes.
Now what it will do?
Uh,
What will print
like
if I run?
like print Sneha and Basuraj will be print.
Hello Sneha, hello Baswaraj.
Hello print. Yes.
Correct?
Hello Sneha. Hello Basuraj. Yes.
Perfect. Fine?
Yes.
Okay. So this is about parameters. So now let's go back to our simple interest calculator, and now let's see. Okay. So what is the parameter of a simple interest? Principal,
Principal
rate,
interest
sorry,
type.
principal rate and time. Okay. So
Great.
okay, what is the data type of principal?
Uh,
Let's use double, okay, because
Double.
it can be decimals, okay.
Decimals. Yeah.
Then let's say rate, again double, and then time.
Time. Right.
Let's say double, okay. Now
Yes.
I have a habit of putting these in separate lines. All these parameters go in a separate line so that it is more readable.
Okay.
Okay, so it is more readable. You know that there are three parameters, right? So
Yes.
you also keep like this. Okay,
Okay.
fine. Now I will calculate. So let's create a variable called interest. Okay,
Okay.
equal to what? Equal to, and now here we will calculate. So it is principal into rate into time divided by 100.
100.
Got it?
Yes.
Now let's for now just print it. We will return it uh, later. Interest. Got it?
Yes.
Now I will call. So I will say calculate simple interest, and now it is asking for my principal rate and time. Principal, let's say I will say 25,000. Rate, let's say
Great.
8.5. Okay, and then time, let's say time is 24 months. Okay, now let's run printing 51,000 rupees. Fine.
Yes.
So in
Okay.
2 years with 8.5 return, my interest is going to be 51,000 rupees.
Yes.
Okay, now the return type, the last concept for functions, which is the return type. So I don't want just to print. I want this function to return the calculated interest. Okay. So instead of printing, I will return. So how can a function return anything? So if I would like a function to return any value, after whatever you have added the parameters, you add a arrow, okay, okay, and then the
Yes.
data type of the return value.
Data type. Yes.
What is the data type of the return value? What is the return value here? The return value, what is this function is returning or is calculating?
The interest.
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 Very good. What is the data type of interest?
Let it be. No.
Data type. What is the data type of interest? Is it a string,
String.
boolean,
String. String.
string?
Yes.
Sure, right?
Yes. Sure.
Okay. So let's say what is the data type of 2? Value 2.
No. Yeah. If we can, data type int will be used.
Where? 2
It,
for 2 or for interest?
for two in that.
Okay. So 2, yeah, you are absolutely right. For int 2, 2
In
data type is integer, correct?
integer. Yes.
Now if I say 4, that is also an integer, correct?
Yes.
If I add both of them, 4 plus 2, 6.
6. Yes.
What is the data type of 6?
Integer in that
Integer
sense.
only, right? It is not
Yeah.
string. So why are you saying interest is a string?
Integer only, sir. Yes.
Integer only, sure?
Yes. Yes. Sure.
Okay. No, it is not integer. Why it is not integer? What is the data type of principal?
No, we are using for the data type in the values, right?
Yeah, so yeah, right. So what is the data type of
Principal.
principal? Double?
Double is, yeah.
Rate is double, time is double. So if you do all this calculation, what will be the data
It's
type?
flow in the double only in there.
Double only, correct. Got it, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, nice. So double. Fine.
Yeah.
Now I will return this value. So I can say, instead of printing, I can say return
Return
interest.
in
Got it?
instant. Yes.
Now this is fine. This my function is ready. Now it is telling that it is returning something, but we are not storing any value.
Storing the.
So to store this value, I will create a constant called interest equal to I will do. Okay. Again here also, while calling part, I will put these in separate lines. Now here I will print interest. Got it?
Okay.
Whatever is my return of my function, no, I'm storing it in a value and then
Value.
I'm printing it. Fine.
Yes.
Let's run. Fine, same thing, but now
Same.
with a return type.
Yeah.
No, we are not printing directly here. We are returning and we are printing. Got it?
Yes.
Very easy.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, fine, perfect. So I'll stop the recording and then we'll discuss about the assignment. Is that okay?
Yeah, we can make it that recording with
With the assignment?
the file.
Okay, so
I will
now,
write down on that.
okay, fine. So because I'm just checking, it is about 465 MB, so I don't want to go it beyond 1 GB. So I think
Okay.
it will not go. I think it is fine. So then we have, okay, now let's, okay. Firstly, I would like you to create an array with city names. Okay.
Sit. Okay.
I want you to uh, print all the city names. Okay. Then I want to print all the city names. Okay. Print second and third item in the array. Okay.
Okay.
Then I want you to add a city in city array. Fine.
Okay.
Got it? And
Yes.
then same thing you will do for dictionary.
Dictionary. Okay.
I want you to create a dictionary with grades. Okay? Which basically means A is
A.
1, B is 2. Okay, and
Yes.
then
Yes.
go till C. That's all. Fine?
Okay.
And then print all the grades and then print grades grade for let's say B. Okay,
Okay.
and then add a grade for this, add a grade, so add D later. Okay,
Okay.
add D, and then when you will print, okay, here also when you will print, I want to print something like this: city colon and then the name.
Okay.
Got it right?
Yes.
Then city name. Here also print dictionary, no, I'm sorry, grade,
Grade.
or we can say you, okay, grade for, okay, and then I will and then you can use this value whatever is the grade. Okay, so A is 1, like this. I want you to print
Okay.
grade for A is 1, B is 2, likewise. Got it?
Okay.
Like
Yep.
this you need to print. Okay, then we have and then we have functions. So functions, create a function with which I create a function to prepare coffee. Okay, the function can be make coffee. Okay, parameters will be uh, sugar, coffee beans, and milk. Okay, all can be in double because you may have 1.5 a
Yes.
spoon, right? 1.5 teaspoon. Coffee beans can be right, so sugar can be 1.5 or half cup. Okay, so all of that can be double, and then this should return my coffee, which is basically just addition of all three. Okay,
Okay.
this is fine, and then return coffee, and then write another function, create a function to let's say let's do some calculations. Uh, yeah, create a function that accepts a grade and return its value. So what you will do, you have already created a dictionary for grade, right?
Yes.
This is a bit complex. I want you to try it out. Okay, so you have
Okay.
already created a dictionary called grade. I want you to create a function that accepts this grade as a parameter, and then let's say I am and not a grade. Okay, so you I am accepting a particular grade. So let's say I am accepting B and you are returning 2.
Okay.
Got it, right? So
Okay.
accepts, let's say, B, returns 2. Accepts A, returns 1. Some likewise. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. Easy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, perfect. So then you can complete this tomorrow. We will just spend some 10 to 15 minutes to practice, and then
Okay.
we will go on table use. So we will parallelly we'll start about app developments as well. So we'll go the basics of Swift and app development in parallel, and whatever you have learned till now, all of that will cover in the app also. Okay,
Okay.
so together you so let's say arrays you are learning now. If you will practice it inside an app, you will be able to relate how arrays can be used in an app, right?
Okay.
So that you will get a better idea. So from
Yes.
tomorrow we'll start with the first application.
Okay.
Okay, okay. And not really the actual application. We'll start with table views and we'll go gradually. We'll reach to the first app. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. I'll stop the recording.
Okay.
Okay.
And also